war with ourselves. My tour of duty in the Trump White House, and I think we're going to have to retitle it in the first Trump White House. So HR, welcome. I'm so pleased to have a chance to chat with you.
Hey, thanks, Rita. I'm a big fan. It's wonderful to be with you.
Oh, how delightful. So before we jump into what we have coming for us in the second Trump administration, maybe start with the beginning of why you joined the first Trump administration. You were a commander, you had all this power, you had all these people that you could possibly, with your very senior position in the Army, never served in Washington in a staff position. What made you decide to do that?
Well, Rita, President Trump was the seventh commander-in-chief under whom I'd served since I took the oath of service on what's called the plane at the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1980. And, I felt a sense of duty, and I was considered a privilege, to serve a newly elected president who had clearly gone to Washington to disrupt a lot of things. And, I believed in 2017 there were a lot of policies and strategies that needed to be disrupted because, I'd been on the receiving end of policies and strategies developed in Washington that made little sense to me in places like Baghdad, Iraq, or Kabul, Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. And so I thought it would be a privilege to continue serving the job that I had at the time in February of 2017 when I got the call to interview for the job at Mar-a-Lago, was to design the future Army. And I was very concerned that we had lost a lot of our competitive advantages based on a high degree of complacency based on over-optimism in the 1990s. And I think some unwise strategies and policies associated with the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I thought at the time we had kind of a crisis of confidence in America's ability to advance our interests through a sensible, reasoned approach to foreign policy and national security.
Mm-hmm.